Hi, boys and girls. We're going to be doing 3 pages in our Journeys Reader's Notebook, and this is Volume 2, Grade 1. And the pages are 12, 13, and 14. We are not going to be doing this one today. Okay, let's go ahead and start with planning our sentences about something that happened. And I think something we all have in common is that we are having like a lockdown because of this pandemic. And so let's just go ahead and title this our, let me change this to a different marker, our lockdown. Let's call that a lockdown. Our lockdown. So what are some of the things that have happened during our lockdown? There's some things that had to change so that not as many people will get sick. Can you think of one? What's a detail? Something that you can tell about our lockdown. Oh, we have to wear masks. We have to wear masks. And we could give more details if we had more room. Like we could say we have to wear the masks everywhere there's a crowd. We have to wear a mask in the stores. You know, you could say stuff like that. But that's a good enough detail. We have to wear masks. Something else about our lockdown. Oh, our schools are online. So we can't go to physical school. So we have school online. Oopsie. There's supposed to be a C here. Okay, you think I'm a school teacher and I can't even spell school. There's supposed to be a C there. Okay, we have school online. Okay, so that's part of our lockdown because maybe your mom or your dad are sick and then you catch it and then you come to school and then the other kids will catch it and then they'll take it home and their moms and dads will get sick. So yeah, we can't have school um, during this pandemic. We have school online. What else has changed? Some crowded places are closed now, like for example Disneyland. So just say crowded places, like we used to have football games and basketball games there were lots of people there, but now crowded places are closed. Some beaches in Los Angeles are closed. Um, Depends on where you live. Some places in our country, they're doing very well, even though they haven't shut down some of their places that draw crowds, like beaches or national parks. But other places, um, they've had to shut them down. Okay, let's go on to our spelling words. I'm reminding you that this week we don't have 6 spelling words. We have 10 spelling words plus the 2 challenge words. So let's go ahead and read those. If you can't read them, you probably aren't going to be able to write them. So let's go ahead and, it says spelling words, and read them. So, whole, joke, bone, home, stove, like I cook on the stove, go, no, poke, chose, like I chose my blue pair of pants to wear, rope, and wrote, like I wrote my name. All right, so those words are here. We're just going to write the spelling word that goes best in the sentence. This is our last chance before our test tomorrow. So the pot on the is hot. Oh, the stove. The pot on the stove is hot. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger for you. So let's write down stove. St, st, ove. The pot on the stove is hot. Can you wrap the around the pole? Oh, I think they're talking about the rope. Whenever you have to, I used to work for a sea treasures shop in South Texas, and I had to put the flag up and down, and you'd have to wrap the rope around the pole so it wouldn't make banging noises. Can you wrap the rope around the pole? And you might have to be in a job where you have to do that. We would have to put it up in the morning, take it down at night. Rope. Can you wrap the rope around the pole? What does a fox live in? I think they're talking about what home does a fox live in. Okay, let's go ahead and write home. What home does a fox live in? They live in holes in the ground called dens. When it rains, they just run in there so they won't get wet. Home. What home does a fox live in? I can tell a funny joke. I can tell a funny joke. J-O-K. And the E makes the O say its name. Joke. Stand up, that I can see you. Stand up so I can see you. So. I don't think you saw me circle so, but I did. Okay. And finally, it is time to bed. It is time to go to bed. So circle the word go, and then write the word go. Okay, those are your 6 words. Okay, you can always pause the video right here if you have not finished filling in the sentences with your spelling words. Hope you know how to spell them all. Just remember that the ones that don't end with O, like so, go, and no, they don't end with O, they end with E for this test. Okay, let's do our spiral review. It says, circle each proper noun. Hey, we haven't done those in a while. Some of them have 2 words in their name, and then write the proper noun correctly. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do an activity that will review that about proper nouns. Let me go ahead and remove this. So, whoa, doesn't want to do that, does it? Okay, names for people, names for animals. We're going to have to, okay, hope it stays. Hope there's no drama. Let me see. Let me get my pens out of the way over here. Okay, names for people, names for animals, the special names of people and animals, and the special names for places, and the special names for things, all begin with capital letters. So, Rover. This dog's name is Rover. He's an animal. His name begins with a capital letter. Remember that, the special names of people, animals, places, and things. June. This little girl is named June. That's her name. She's a person. Her special name is June. It starts with a capital letter. Okay, a bake sale. I don't know if that's a place or a thing, because if I go to a bake sale, it might be in Albertsons. I'm going to call it a thing. Hogle Zoo. Hogle Zoo is a place, a special place. So it starts with capital letters. Hogle Zoo. Mr. Jones. That's a person. Okay. That's his title, Mr. and Jones. And both the title and his name begin with a capital letter. Tiger. The cat's name is Tiger. And since that's his special name, whatever one calls him, we're going to put it underneath the names for animals. And finally, oh no, there's two more actually. This says Green's Farm. That's the name of this special farm, Green's Farm. It begins with a capital letter, capital letter. Okay, so its name is Green's Farm, so that both of those words have capital letters. It's a place. And finally, a book sale. Names for things, okay. Special name for an event, book sale, bake sale. Okay, boys and girls, let's go ahead and do our last page for this week that we're doing in our, in our reader's notebook. All right. So my friend Mel has a box of gemstones. Oops, his friend's name is Mel, but they forgot to capitalize his name, so let's do that. His special name is Mel, so you have to start with a capital letter. We live in Oak Lane. Okay, Oak Lane is a special name of a street. So we're going to circle Oak Lane, and we'll start it out here. So we'll have room Oak Lane. Okay. Remember to have capital letters for Oak and Lane. Oh, you know what? We live in Oak Lane. Oak Lane must be the name of a city. It doesn't matter. The name of the city would start with a capital O and a capital L because it has two words in its name. She has a cat named Red. Oh, that's its special name, Red. Got to make it into a capital R. They're making us have to do all the corrections. These are called proper nouns when they begin with capital letters because they're the special name of something. Red. Now we know it's a name and not a color. Red. It's the name of that cat. She has a cat named Red. I saw the dog show. So that's like an event. Like, remember when we had book sale and bake sale? Well, those are events, and a dog show is an event. I saw the dog show. This first circle dog show. So there's an event, and it might be called the dog show. So, draw a line under each title. Then, write the titles and names correctly. So a title is like Mrs. Gillum, Mr. Drake, Dr. Jekyll. What other titles do they have? None that I can think of. Oh, like you might say President. President Lincoln. President would be a title. Okay, so Mom's friend is Mrs. Dell. We're going to circle Mrs. And we're going to write Mrs. right here. And then it says Dell. Mrs. Dell. So we corrected this title. They made it with a lowercase letter, but titles begin with capital letters. Remember that for the rest of your life. All of the titles begin with capital letters, like Mr., Mrs., Miss, Doctor. Oh, there's Doctor right there. Will Dr. Wade visit the class? Uh-oh. Actually, I have to, we're supposed to underline this one, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and write Doctor with a capital letter, because we know that titles begin with capital letters. And then we're going to write the name. Dr. Wade. There. Mrs. Dell, Dr. Wade. Those are their special names. Well, I hope you learned to capitalize the special names of people, places, animals, and events. And I hope you learned to capitalize titles like Mr., Mrs., Miss, and Doctor. Right, boys and girls, that's it for this. We have no more practice pages. Let's see if I can close this out. Bye-bye.